Hello Pisces, how's it going? Time for your reading. My name is Kelly and I'm doing this read. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. And let's see what's going on here with Pisces. I'm just kind of curious. Oh, gosh, I got cards flying out all over. Let me see. Pick that up. Dumping cards everywhere. That's no good. But they definitely want to come out. Here's one right here. The sun. Wow, I like. Well, the sun is sun's a really good card. You know, we don't know what it's talking about here yet, Pisces. But the sun is definitely, you know, it's it can be happiness. It can be joy. It can also be illumination. You know, because the sun, you know, it lights everything up. The snake, uh-oh. So in this case, for sure, the sun is illuminating a snake. All right. Yeah, there's some sort of snake in your you know, there's a snake in your inner energy. I don't know who the snake is. But whatever it is, this sunlight is shining a really high beam spotlight on it. Okay, whatever the situation is. This doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be something else, but I suspect it probably is a person. You know, maybe somebody had something hidden or something, and it's put a spotlight on them. I don't know. Let's see what else. The Whip and Broom. So the Whip and Broom talks about friction and some sort of a conflict, or, you know, or arguments or something. It's a toxic pattern of this person. But whatever the deal is, the sun is shining down on them. So that's kind of like exposure. You know, I'm going to say it already. I haven't pulled really enough cards out or runes out yet, but I'm feeling like this Whip and Broom is talking about, you know, some sort of betrayal. You know, maybe this is somebody that betrayed you, okay? But I'm going to say there's no need to backlash at this person, because the sun has already exposed them. So there's no need in getting involved in any arguments or anything like that. That's what I'm feeling. You know, arguments don't really do much good except to stress you out. So, you know, they know what they did. Whoever the snake is, they know. They know. And they're about ready to get swept out because the sun is exposing them. And then you got the stars, okay. And so the stars brings hope and kind of like, you know, it brings some sort of resolution, you know. Yeah. This is, you know, hope and, you know, healing. And it promises that, you know, once that all this chaotic crap is out of the way, that, you know, you're going to be guided towards your higher purpose, whatever that higher purpose is. At the bottom of the deck, I'm looking at the ship. And the ship is talking about, it's telling you that you're moving away from old toxic, you know, this old toxic snake, whatever that is. Yeah, you don't need to fight. You don't need to fight somebody. You don't need to argue somebody. Just move away from them. Yeah, because the sun has already got them exposed. Let's pull some runes too. going on with Pisces? The blank rune. The blank rune talks about fate, Pisces. It talks about fate or something unknown, okay? Yeah, something here is definitely unknown. But don't you worry now, Pisces. Something's unknown. Well, you know, there's the sun. That sun's going to illuminate the unknown. This toxic person, this person that betrayed you, this person, it could be a person, it could be a situation, but you need to sweep it out. Not argue. Don't argue. You don't have to argue, but you need to sweep that out of your life. After that's all swept out, you move away. You know, move away from it, and there's your healing, and yeah. Narcissus. It's in reverse. It's saying exactly what I said earlier with the whip and broom. Yeah, you don't need to fight. Go inwards instead. Don't get yourself caught up in any arguments or, you know, BS. You don't need to. The sun's already shining down on this toxic situation, so, you know, you need not say anything. It's already out there. It's already exposed. What else? It was the death rune. Interesting. Okay, so now the death rune is talking about resilience. All right, this is our resilience. It's also talking about standing our ground, but doing it, you know, quietly. And it also shows that we have the strength to weather any uncomfortable transition. This is some sort of a transition. All right. This is kind of like, you know, this is the death rune. It's, you know, the bridge between death and rebirth. So some sort of old dynamic is dying out so something new can start. This is also talking about patience and resilience, you know, just being patient. Being resilient. Yeah, don't let any temporary chaos, whatever this is, shake your world. Just, you know, yeah. What else? Jera. Okay. I like Jera right here. Jera is, well, now it's in the advice column here, Pisces, but when Jera is in the advice column, it's talking about something guaranteed. It kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune in this particular instance, because it spins, you know. It's like the harvest, you know. This is talking about the promise of eventual balance, okay? So, you know, things have not yielded yet, or I guess I'm trying to use the right word. This is like, you know, your harvest that you need to harvest, but it's not really, you can't rush it. You can't get it yet. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. And so but this is guaranteeing that the natural laws of cause and effect are going to work themselves out. That's why you don't need to argue, fight, or push or anything with this snake. So a resolution is guaranteed. And it's kind of like matching up here with the stars. You know, the hope and the healing. So just, you know, stand your ground, Pisces, but you don't need to get into any verbal fights or arguments, or just move away from that. And be patient. What else? Wow, would you look at that again? Iwas again. This is a major transition. Okay? This is, you're moving into something totally, you're moving into a new part of life that you cannot see yet. Yeah, and I suspect the runes are kind of like telling me that it's one of those things where you're not meant to see it yet. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I mean, I have seen just straight up tarot readers, you know, constantly ask, and they keep pulling cards out and they can't really get an answer. This is kind of like what the deal is here with the blank rune. There's just some things that it won't let me say. It won't go. It's just the only thing that it's letting me know is there's some sort of fate here at play with this major transition in your life. And with Jera right here, it's guaranteed. Okay, it's guaranteed. It's sitting right in between Iwas twice. That's just major, 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 major. What else? The blank rune. Again. It's like I said, Pisces. I mean, this is something that definitely we cannot see. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah. I don't know about this other person yet. The blank rune. Kenaz. Well, I like that. Yeah, this person here could be at some sort of crossroads, you know, and not knowing which way to go, but they have a lot of passion, and this person is, I don't know, this person could be technically skilled. Yeah, this is some sort of light inside them as well. This is a totally different person than this snake. I'm telling you that right now. I'm feeling a totally different person. Because see, we're moving away from that. But this right here is someone else. This person here brings some sort of light to their own shadows. Look at this, because this is blank. They could be very charamistic. I have such a hard time saying that word, charamistic. You got Wang Yu. Okay, so this person's happy. This is a happy person. Yeah. this person may bring some sort of light into your life as well. Yeah. Because I see this person as, I see this as somebody that, this is a good person. This is not that snake. I don't know who that snake is. And it doesn't necessarily actually even have to really be a person, but it definitely is for some of us. And it could also be some sort of a toxic situation that you need to move away from as well, and sweep it out of your life. Yeah. But this other person is very, charismatic, I guess I can say, and happy and full of light. Yeah. I kind of like that. So they got something going on in their mind that's really, sparked happiness. Ingwas. Well, okay, so Ingwas, that makes sense to me now, Pisces, because Ingwas is the seed, okay? Ingwas is like a seed. It's something that's still underground. That's why you can't see it. You're not meant to see it. I mean, do you normally see the root? Do you normally see the plant before when it's still a seed, underground? You cannot see. That's why this is blank. But it has something to do with your fate, and it's a major transition that you're moving towards. You're moving away from whatever this toxic situation here is. And Jera guarantees that you're going to be able to move out of that situation. I like it. Or from that person, situation, whatever it is. Jera guarantees that. Just don't try to force nothing. Okay? Let things naturally unfold. And let, the power of cause and effect take its full course. You don't need to really do anything. You don't need to get involved in petty arguments, for sure. That'll just lower your vibration, you know what I mean? Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Good idea. Good time to meditate and contemplate. Let's get another one here. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Cardinal moon. All right, Pisces. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if it resonated. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.